So this evening I'd like to take just a few minutes, I guess, of your time, my time, everybody's time really, and talk just a little bit about the Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. The Second Amendment to the United States Constitution says that, in the interest of having a well-armed militia to protect our nation, that we shall not be denied the right to bear arms. Up until about 1876 or so, that was taken to mean that we could gather weapons in order to protect our nation. Perfect sense. At least it makes sense to me at that point. Today's interpretation of that constitutional amendment means that I can own an automatic or semi-automatic weapon, that I can carry things concealed or under my clothing so that you can't see it if I am carrying it out in the public place, providing I have a license to do so, or a permit depending on what state I live in, and that I can have guns in my home, guns under my bed, in my bunker, in my backyard, under the trailer, under the house, pretty much anywhere I want to have them, you know? A little creepy to me. I think that our founding fathers meant that we were able to arm ourselves in order to protect our nation. That makes sense to me. What totally baffles me is the people who are screaming, protect our gun rights, so we can kill children in schools, so that we can have episodes or incidents, rather, like Las Vegas, Nevada today, where 60 people were killed, over 530 people injured by a single individual. Yet, our government isn't screaming terrorist attack, even though a single person blew through town and injured, 530 injured, 540 injured, 60 dead, essentially blew up 600 people. But we're not calling that person a terrorist? Really, Donald Trump? Where's your head at? Somebody kills a few kids out in one of the Carolinas and it's a terrorist attack. Kills people over in Paris, France. It's a terrorist attack. I bet if the person was wearing a turban or wasn't white, we would be screaming terrorism to high holy hell and back again, don't you think? Isn't this a call to reevaluate gun control in our nation, to really determine what the Constitution meant when it says that we had the right to bear arms in furthering arming a militia to protect our nation? What was that gentleman doing protecting our nation? Who was it protecting from? The women, children, and men that had no idea they were even going to be killed? Were they a danger to our nation? I think not. What I think is that we have a few lunatics out there who simply should not have guns. I don't think that every gun should be pulled off the street. There are some people who are very responsible with gun ownership. There are others who need to take a few lessons on what to do with a gun, like get rid of it. Definitely, there need to be background checks, serious, deep background checks, including mental health records and evaluations prior to gun ownership in this country, to prevent things such as this happening. We go back to the first high school shootings when Bill Clinton was in office in Littleton, Colorado, moving forward to Pulse not too long ago down in Florida. Today in Las Vegas, there are tens of hundreds of people being shot in our nation each and every day, all because we have the right to bear arms in furtherance of arming a militia to protect our nation. I wonder what those kids in that high school in Littleton, Colorado were doing, to endanger our nation. The guys and gals at Club Pulse in Florida, what were they doing to endanger our nation that we needed to be protected from, to arm that militia and that individual to go in there? Oh yeah, that was a terrorist attack because he was from overseas. I forgot. My bad. The guy in Las Vegas today, what were those people doing? Why did he need to act as a militia and take their lives and destroy them even if he didn't kill them? Why do we need automatic weapons in our streets, our schools, our playgrounds? We simply don't. Just think about this, please.